style for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benzo, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Good evening. Happy National Championship Day. Doesn't look like it's going to be a very exciting evening tonight, but we'll have some good Golden Tee at least. But tonight I'm playing the event right now. I was getting a little warmed up. I'm going to be a little bit off, I think, tonight. I was at physical therapy for an hour or so today, and we did a lot of weird strength exercises to strengthen the neck. Holy cow. It's muscles you don't ever use, and it just doesn't. I feel crazy bad with it. So everything's a little bit off, but we'll get it there. But then we're going to play. I'm in the Trash House Winter League, and today, this is week 1 started. So we got 2 courses. It's Forest Knoll and TPC Deer Run that we get 10 shots at, and it'll take the best score off of it that you get. So we're going to do that tonight, too. But this event seems to be the same one that we played a couple weeks ago. So we got a good feel for it, but it's not a bad event, at least. I am Mark. I was trying to come up with something like I thought I was going to be the only, let's say, 29-30 handicap. And then it's me, you, Nate Stowell, Gossett in there too. So I'm trying to figure out a way to give back a little bit off of this, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes with it and come up with it. I'm not going to play the game using fulls at all. I have a feeling that Gossett's going to win every week because he's going to play fulls and do it like a daily. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to play it like that, though. I want to play him straight up and see. And now it gives me a good reason to play the TPC courses. So that's good. I didn't know if that 6 just never snaps like the other ones. That's no fun. Ah, I made a chip. Oh my god, I gained a stroke on that. I was down, I messed up. I missed 2 putts early in this round. So let's get some points and win this. Saying. Yeah, I got a feeling you and I are going to be right with each other. And Gossett's going to destroy us all. But that's fine. I'm not going to play. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I already saw this coming. I mean, I bet Georgia pretty big tonight. And I don't even watch college football. It just needs to be that way. Hey, Neil. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Robert. How you guys doing? Well, let's hit. Oh, wait. No, right after I say I don't play fulls, I have to hit a full. Did we get that on? But I feel like this is the exact same event. Not even the same one. It's the same event exactly, right? No. God, the putting, man. Coming strong, and we gotta get right back to where we started. All right, we need to make this, I think, so. Alimony. Train. Gravy train. All right, so we'll dive right in. I gotta pull up the email with it. Let's take a look. I gotta find the... All right, Trash House, lock conditions card. Got it. So, we got to go to player select. Do we go to contest, though? Let's see what he says. League conditions are set on this. All right, so it's just number of players. Oh, good. You don't have to tap that. And we're going to add... Oh, that's so much sicker. Look at that. That's sweet. Let's start with TPC. Yeah, let's play TPC. Now, I think I haven't played TPC Deer Run once yet. So this is going to be my first go at it. But knowing the TPC courses and how they work, I think we're going to use arrows on these all of them. I don't know if I have to on TPC Deer Run. So maybe we'll take one shot with stouts and then go from there. Yeah, we're going to play stouts right away because this is a good shot for... This is good. Here we go. Okay, so we can't tee it all the way right. We got to move it to the left some. I just have them as a Build-A-Bag, so I don't think they're even available normal. So you'll have to make a Build-A-Ball and pull it in there. They're very simple comparatively, is what it comes down to. So they're very, like, you'll see most of the greens are between 1 and 2 breaks, and that's because of the way that the putting's done. They can't use the topography data that they got from PGA for them, so all the breaks are dumbed down compared to what they would be. Yeah, let's see though. We'll use this first one as a practice game. So that one I don't want to. I want to tee that one up all the way right. So we're going to remember this stuff as we're moving through. Nothing special here. Non-drivable par 5, which we're going to see a lot of these. But man, the course looks good though. I don't care if it hits the tree or not. It's not changing anything. Do I want it to? No, but we'll be good there. Bump, bump. So we shouldn't miss any putts is the biggest thing about tonight. No missing of putts. If we're missing putts, we're going to have some issues. It's funny, though, with some of these... you know, to tell you the truth, I don't know. I've literally played... Since I've had the PGA and the Home Edition, I played 2 Home Edition games. I mean, two games there, and I played a cycle back in 21. So, I don't know. Yeah, see, like, this is one we could easily set up a full on by boop, boop, full. We got trees, though, that might be blocking them, so they might not be there. And tee boxes that are smaller, so we're not going to mess around with it. Now, the bigger thing is that since there's such little breaks on these, you won't have many problems. But we're looking at it here right now. 448. See, this is one, too, because the greens are so flat. As long as I get them up near the hole, they're chushes from everywhere. Now, where would we want to hit this to get a chush? So we want to get this up there. If we can get this up to 400, we'll have a chush at this. And that wind is minimal. This is that's where the strokes are going to come. Let's see how much green. There's a little lip. Do I have the distance? And there's a little hill in front. So this is going to be a tough one to even get a chush out of. Oh. That's kind of a chush to me, too, is hitting the no pullback. It's not as easily controlled as a chush, but that's the shot at one of those. Nothing special here. So, this course isn't bad at all. I mean, other than the greens, this is pretty solid. And I'm happy. Thank you. A couple of you guys that got into this with us. I appreciate it. It was really awesome that a lot of word of mouth is in on this. So I'm really happy that you guys jumped along. The Trash House guys, just not to single anybody out or to leave them out of it, but Steve and Johanna are awesome folks, guys. Recently got engaged. I don't know when the wedding is. I hope I get invited, but they also did their Northeast Open just now, too. And CJ did not win. Now, how do we want to attack this? Arrows, I don't think arrows are going to be the play here at all. I whiffed the ball. God damn it. Yeah, arrows don't seem like they'd be very useful here. Did they just... Guys, this isn't even fair. Georgia's that much better than these teams. This is disgusting. Ugh. All right, so we could get one on that, I think. So I feel like I'm 2 off right now. This is, but like you said, first time playing this course, so we'll have to see what we're missing. Up here. I call that shit magic. But is this supposed to be off? I don't know. Is anybody who played these, is this supposed to be offset? I bet it isn't. I don't think that's supposed to be offset like that. That's my personal opinion. I don't know, though. There should be a patch coming in weeks to fix what the last patch broke. So we'll get this fixed eventually. I mean, can we shush this? Okay, so arrows would help here a bit. I could get this up to 20 yards away with arrows. but I can't really hit a C3 or an A1, so we're just going to leave ourselves a decent shot in and hopefully hole it out. Zam. The main. But we got 10 tries at it, so another one here with arrows. God, I'd get a shush on this. Now, but the negative with arrows is since it's full wind on this, right? The shush from that far away will have a hard time staying online, so I don't know if arrows would even help so far from what we're seeing. So far what we've seen, I won't switch to arrows on this course at all. But this isn't that bad. I mean, people made it sound like these are extremely cakey and easy. Yeah, they're not hard, but my God, this isn't... It's not that far off a pace. And they look good, too. If your bitch disappear, I call that shit tragic. Okay, so this one arrows would put me on the green, but we should get, since it's an up one, we might not have a good putt. I mean, a good shush here either, except it's going to be a slight right one, and we're going to have a right to left wind. So actually, this is going to be a shush. We're going to just smoke this up there and hopefully have a 30-yard shush in. Let's see. I guess arrows would have put that on the green. Like I said, we got a right 13. We got a, yeah, this is a shush all day. We're going to do a bite spin 5-wood, and this should get in. Okay, so that's an extra one. Don't need to switch to arrows for that. Although arrows would give me a putt. Do I need a putt if it's going to be like that? You've been dishonest. Guys, we almost have to cut this one in. Now, here's the other part. If I put up a score that's up at the top of the leaderboard already, do I play all 10 or do I wait till the end of the week to see if somebody passes me? This is another one that would give me... I'd be on with arrows here. Yeah, I will, Neil. I'll play a couple of them. It's the same event that we played a couple weeks ago, so I'd rather do this first. Yeah, let's see. This is going to be a shush at very worst. And actually, I don't know if I'll have a good shush here. We're going to have to play a... I don't know if this is going to be too high. Well, I mean, I guess I don't think any of us are rooting against Buffalo right now. I'd like to see that happen, especially with all the stuff that happened this last week. I haven't noticed that at all, Mr. Pritchard. It doesn't seem like my ball's going in the air nearly as much. Let's see, though. I haven't noticed that yet, Mr. Pritchard. Let's see what we got. No, dude. Wind is the exact same. Let's play the same. No. I mean, what would arrows do for me here? Arrows would be a big help here. I'd have a shush on this, but then once again, I'll have a crosswind, so I don't know if I'd be able to make the shush with it. So far, this is definitely going to be stout. So that, and then... God, I really was loving what Philadelphia was doing, and I hate what they did at the end of the year. That really pissed me off. How I mean, he almost single-handedly ruined fucking people's fantasies, and that's a big part of football now. I don't like that. I don't like how he coached the team for the last 3 weeks. I hate that they ended up getting the bye still, too. I was hoping they'd blow it. So, I guess I'd say San Francisco, man. San Francisco's probably be what I'd be thinking. Hang on a second here. Oh, you just changed the price. Okay. Mr. Pritchard, I don't think I'm seeing any difference whatsoever, though, with stouts here. Okay, we got 16. We have a smaller tea box. That's actually close to regular size. Is that enough? Let's let it go. Yep, not enough. So we know we got to play that out. But that was pretty close to right, man. I'm not noticing much difference here with it. All right, so another par 5. This should be a pretty simple eagle. Oh my God, it hit the tree. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I guess what I think it's gonna. I just have the overwhelming feeling it's gonna be a Bills. It's gonna be a Bills fucking Buccaneers Super Bowl. I just got a feeling that the Bucs end up in the Super Bowl. I know it sounds weird, but it just. That team would scare me. If I'm a Cowboys fan right now, I'm scared. But I'd love to see the Vikings out of the NFC. I would really love to see the Vikings. My wife's a Vikings fan. I'm a Bears fan. But I mean, I'm not. I do the Algez pivot to the Vikings when the Bears are out. It's the same thing in baseball. I'm a big Sox fan, and if the Sox are out, I'll root for the Twins. Okay, so I feel like I missed a few, and I've got no hole outs. So we'll see. We're gonna play this a couple of times. It is. That's what I'm thinking, though. Whew, battery's almost dead on my phone already. Okay, so I said, okay, got it. But I really think it's the Bills to win. No, I'm telling you right now, you win one game, you win your first game, and you're going to be in the Super Bowl. Talent-wise, they've got just as much of it as anybody. You got a quarterback that knows how to win a big game. They could be there. I mean, they could easily be there. Defense is a solid D, if not good. Oh, good, man. Awesome, Caesar. I love having you here. Oh, wait, we can't do it. We have to skip back. All right, so we go to player select. And if you guys are playing your PGA on a PGA machine, this is how you're going to do it, too, if you have a lock conditions code. You get to the number screen, touch the pad. Oh, done. You'll enter the code, pulls the lock conditions. That's tits, I gotta say. We'll play Deer Run again. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's no doubt that you can. The can part of it isn't an issue. You can win a Super Bowl with that team. Will they? I don't know, man. I don't know. But talent-wise, my God, you guys should have been way better than you were this year. Okay, so we're not going with I don't need anything but stouts. So we're not going to up this. We should be able to get one this time, though. Yeah, there we go. Whew. All right, so we got one this time. That's good. And simple drivable non-drivable par 5. I don't mind this course though, guys. It's not terrible at all. Oh shit. That wasn't good thinking at all. Yeah, not a good effort. Yeah, I can't understand how Josh McDaniel didn't get fired. They fired Lovie Smith, who put up unbelievable. I mean, he played that team for how bad that team is. The players, he gets fired. You think if you don't think he got fired because he gave up the first pick of the draft, then you're crazy, because that's exactly what it was. I'm a huge Lovie Smith fan. And no, I don't think he was fired because of race. I think he was fired because he didn't do what the ownership wanted him to do. Nothing special here. Oh, can we get it? Do we think we could get this one up there far enough? Yeah, let's see if we can. Yeah, okay, we'll try to chush this time. I hit that one pretty good. Nope. Whenever I have to go a little harder on my chushes, I don't make them as much. All right, but we got the birdie. Hey, Mike. Nothing special. We're just gonna play for the hole out. Nope. Yeah, the Raiders fell flat, dude. I don't see... They don't have many weaknesses on that team. I don't understand how they fell apart. And it was clear that, I mean, by some of the reactions that Jacobs gave and post-game interviews and things, yeah, it was all they hated McDaniels. That was my personal opinion. Hi, Jason. How you doing, sir? That one is going to be tough, but can I get it there eventually? I think that one might be able to get on. All right, so I feel like I missed one there. So we're I'd say I'm one off right now. Maybe, I mean, with the two shots I missed, they weren't really both there, but I feel like I should get one of them, so I'll call it, between missing the two of them, a half stroke each. I'm off one, in my opinion. Oh, shit. Guys, somebody go buy some arcade equipment. We need Jason to not be busy. We need him to be busy. And 434. Did we get this one close enough? I mean, if I hit it 400, it's a 30-yard chush, but there's a lip in front of this green, so we're going to play it for a hole out and some points. Yes and no. I can't blame Carr. Honestly, I can't. I think it was a scheming thing. You keep giving that kid different offensive coordinators every year, and there's no way he's going to develop any consistency. I think I might want to leave that one, lay that one back even a little further. Shoulda known. I've always liked Carr a bit too. Not, I can't say great or bad, but I've always liked him though. And really, how do you do that to the guy who's the main reason why you just got an all-world wide receiver to come to your team? I mean, your guy, you didn't, I mean, what's his name? Waller didn't become a stud because he didn't have Carr either. So what is wrong there? I mean, you honestly you could have said they had the three best players at their position on the field. Now, injuries didn't help them much, but beautiful. Okay, that front nine is pretty boring though. Too many non-eagleable holes. I'll say that. If we're looking at scoring, these courses kind of what we're seeing is they're not very scoreable. But the other course for this week is Forest Knoll, so we're going to play that next. I'll play these two, and then we'll move on. Yeah, James. But they made a terrible choice with McDaniel. I'm sorry. If you think that's the mistake, man. He's the terrible problem there. He's never been good as a head coach. All right, we got a shush out of this last time, so we're going to get another one here. And you know, I've always had my questions with Jacobs, like, is he really that good? And when you get guys like Bosa saying he's the hardest running back we've ever had to play against, that tells me something. Oh, it's Hollywood, my bad, not Forest Knoll. Yeah, my bad. I saw it. I forgot. I just spoke it wrong. All right, we're going to try to not cut it this time. Got to move that back a little bit. 85 was too long. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. And if you can't take advantage of the elite weapons, look at the end of the game. What was the game before last? They had the ball at the end of the game, and I'm looking, and I'm like, why the fuck is Moreau in the game at the end of the game when you needed to move down the field in 30 seconds, and Waller wasn't even on the field? That cemented how bad he is to be right there. All right, we got a shush on last time. Actually, did we drive this? We're going to hit a C3 and see where we end up. We didn't drive it. All right, we drove it. Fuck. There is a little hidden break in there. That thing came off dead straight, too. That's what I did. I aimed it dead straight. All right. This one was on, no problem. But that Raiders team is set up. They're set up. They could be good. Even their offensive line wasn't bad, which was kind of awesome, too. All right, we're not getting this one close enough for a shush. Well, yeah, they did. There was nothing to gain. They were going to be the last. They were going to be the bottom division winner, no matter what. So he played a quarter. They scored. They had a lead. And said, "Fuck it." Oh, okay. We made up for one miss. Yeah, but that one didn't matter at all. Okay, so moving this all the way right, that wind pushed it too far, so that's not going to work. So we got to play this with an aim. Well, they're screwed if they were counting Week 18 in fantasy. That league is not a good system then. If you're playing Week 18, I've really got to say, I've heard some interesting takes on. I couldn't figure out how it would work. But with quarterbacks, you draft a team quarterback rather than a player, an individual quarterback. It's really interesting. But what happens to the people? I mean, what happens to people that are drafting like Justin Fields in a league? There's some leagues that just wouldn't work in. I'm running, I told you, I'm real. 24. Oh, I beat myself. Is what you see. Did I really beat myself by 2? Is this a par 4? What is the par on this? Okay, I'm looking right now. Oh, top right. Okay, no, it's a par 4, so I'm going to beat myself by 1. Or hold this out, beat myself by 2. Good thing is, there isn't going to be fulls. Yeah, but most leagues should have ended by now. Like, you shouldn't be playing week 18. For me, it's like breathing. All right, let's take a look at the Hollywood Hills one. No, you can't play again. You got to go through and select again. Takes hard work to cash checks. Be fooled by the rocks that I got. I got J-Lo with the locks on right now, man. This is hot. All right, so let's look here. It's new. Oh. Why did that fail? Yeah, it was almost worse this year. Hey, Biddy, how you doing, buddy? I'm still. How you been, man? I know it's been a rough week for you, I'm sure, man, but I don't want to say my prayers are with you because I don't really pray, and I don't feel like that, but you know I'm thinking about you, my man. Hey, Chris. All right, we got a bag. Andrew, it's filled right now. It already filled pretty quick. But yeah, it's a good one. Oh, and you got a PGA at home too, so it absolutely is kind of neat. I'm sure you can get into the next one, though. If you reach out to Steve Silk on Facebook or look through the Golden Tee fan groups. All right, so one's there. Now, see, this is where I like. Good man. Just sweet. Yeah, see, I mean, this definitely has a good full. It would have a full like this. You got to pop it a little, but that's a good full. But I'm not going to do that. You get it, so it's lock condition, so you get 10 tries at it. So think of it like you're playing the daily kind of thing. I mean, guys, this is going to be like a guaranteed ace for him. Yep, one best score of the 10. There's 32 people in the league. And at the end, the top 16 go into the playoffs. It's not handicapped, though. Hi, Kara. How you doing? We miss you, too. But we follow you. You have the best long... I mean, we read your novels on Facebook all of the time. Yeah, I said I'm not playing fulls because I kind of think that would be dirty. But, guys, when you play the same setup over and over again, all I have to do is count grid squares and do fulls. And I'll make this, I'll get a hole like this will start being made after probably game 3 or 4, where I'm getting the speed down. 5 through 10 are going to be a 90% ace on a hole like this. It's just because you get a repeatable shot out of it. Everybody say hi to Puff's sister. We love her. I mean, she's in here more than Puff these days. Now, Kara, here's a funny one. We were like, we were talking about, Jill and I were talking about something else a little bit ago, and Steve, she goes, "Who's Steven?" And I'm like, dude, That's Kramer. That's Puff. And she's like, oh, his first name's Steven. I never realized that. All right, let's get this. Hey, Andrew, how you doing, bud? Yeah, we gotta get better than clean though. We want to at least have a 1 or 2 better. So it's a shot like this that I'll get dialed in. All right, is that enough wind? That looks pretty good. If I thumb this straight, I think I got a chance of this going in. Nope, I pushed it left. I mean, I need to push that right a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I know. Hey, I get the same thing. Barely anybody knows I'm Mark. Everybody says it's just the mouth, and I forget my name's Mark sometimes. A little tidbit on this hole, guys. The 10.5's a much better club for this shot because the 9.5, I don't play the 9.5, but the 8.5 is coming in a little low, and you're gonna have to get a perfect setup to clear the bunker. This one I might get a bounce off the rough. All right, we will get that one though in here. We'll get that one here. Gomez, are you still in here? I just want to see what your prediction is to see. Do we think that Evan's gonna play these like a daily? I would assume so. It would make sense. Oh God, bad shot. Nice shot, Mark. Woo. Yeah. Well. Ooh. Has anybody gotten this close to on yet? I gotten pretty close. There's another shot I tried that almost got on. I had a tee box that I had a straight high tee 3-wood. Robert, at those prices, I would say it's probably not the best deal. Oh wait, a 2021 machine updated 22 for 3,200. Yeah, that's actually probably a solid deal right there because you're getting the Titan hardware with the 21 machine. And the Titan hardware is basically the same hardware that the PGA is using, almost identical. We're going to try to get this close. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, dude. All the par 3s on this year's courses will be set up for them. There's not a way around it. You're gonna have at least 3 par 3s that you can get fulls on. I might have to hit that with a 10.5 because that's gonna carry too far with that. But to be quite frank, Robert, at that point, I would just spend the extra $2,000 and get a PGA. The machine is that much better. And you know you're set then for 10 years. Like, there's a full there for sure. Okay, now, has anybody, since we've changed these over, I in the first stream I saw what the new tee box is, I watched Kevin Lindsay drive this. I haven't seen it be anywhere close to where I could even think about driving at. I don't understand that one. Like, why is it not that way? I thought that hole would be for certain drivable now. You're right. It's at 5,200. I think was right. Yeah, 52. And then for the full deluxe with the stand and everything, it's like 69.99. But I would honestly be going that way because right now you're paying only $600 less than what that was new to get maybe, I mean, you're not getting many years out of it. All right, we're going to go for the ace. No, they're set. They're raring to go, Robert. I think we're pretty good on everything. Yeah, it doesn't. I just still haven't seen anything that's there. Okay, this is unique. I can hit a straight thumb shot at this shot. This is weird to see this. We're going to try to thumb this in. Ah! Oh, it's got to be a click right. Okay. But that's why we get 10 rounds. I can take some shots at it. Plus, I had no holeouts yet. Oh, you know what I started doing here? I had no idea this worked, but... Brandon! Oh, Brandon. Yeah, when you can't, I've had to get stuck not getting up the hill, so. I overplayed it. But I'm off the green, so it's a chip. Brandon, it's a multiple look thing. For 17. 17. For hole 17, that's it. That's the only reason I have it. And it's nice on that approach shot on the hole I just had. All right, we got this. We got this bad boy. We'll play that. We're gonna play that again. And remember, if you're doing lock conditions, you can't do play again. I don't think it works. And actually, if it's just one player, you might be able to. I've never played lock conditions with one player before. All right, we need to put up a couple better on this one. Josh, you got your PGA, right? You're loving it, aren't you? I like coming at this from this angle. Oh, get in. No backspin. Okay, when you cut it that much, I guess it kills it. Oh, it's the Summer League. If you look through my post I made a post the other day But it's a summer league run by the Trash House group out of the East Coast. I always get the states messed up. I can't figure out where everybody is. I want to say it's Jersey they're in because they don't have live play there, but it's their tournament. It's a league. But yeah, you can play. You could play at the Vector Room but it has to be PGA. Shit. And now that's game 2. There's no sense in me even playing that. Ugh, bad. That was bad. So I got 2 in on that now. 1 DNF. This is how I'd be playing the daily as well, kind of thing. Ooh. That just made me think of something. Oh, I gotta go back. I'm messing this up myself. Player select. Bam. But it has to be a PGA because you can only punch in the lock condition numbers on a PGA machine. So you can play it on any PGA machine. Kevin can do them for you. You got to have a good reason most of the time. Right. But that just made me think of something. I think. See, now do I want to go that way? Should I high tee a 10.5 maybe? I don't like that. Where am I going? All right, this time I'm going to go with a high T3 wood so I don't fly this whole goddamn thing again. Yeah, that's a little safer. Remember my whole theory. We never want to be planning to hit a shot, like trying to hit it 135 or 132, because that's not repeatable. All right, now we got to figure out where we were. I should have waited a hole before our DNF. But Kevin can make them pretty dang easily. And I figured out a trick for myself to make my hands stop being so slippery in the winter. I've been taking some salt when I wash my hands and rubbing salt in there as well. And it works like a goddamn charm. Release. All right, so this one, we moved it all the way here, and we thumbed the 6, but we got to push it a little right. We're going to have to push that a lot more right. That doesn't look like it's that far to the right. All right, let's get this. We got to get this eagle. .144 again on that shot. That's not good. But we can make this. All right, we got that one. That helps. Just a little bit. Corey, I think you can get a decent price for them still, because there's still until people start buying into it. It's still people start buying into the PGA, and it's a much better machine. I'm telling you guys this flat out. I am reticent to change as well. This thing ends up, I don't want to play the Legacy anymore. So while you can still get a good value for it, Corey, you could probably get you could get anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500 still on a brand new Legacy like you're looking at. So you basically rented a machine for $700, $800 for a year and a half. Awesome. You're going to spend another $1,200 or $1,000 on top of it, but it's well worth it in my opinion. Thank you, Brandon. Night. Someone to love me. Alright, we gotta cut this one a little more. Exactly, the price is going to keep going down. And if you're still holding on, thinking that, oh, eventually they'll let me upgrade it, no. They legally cannot allow you to upgrade it. So, no, that won't be happening. Yeah, somebody's going to come out with some hacked shit on it. But I'm telling you, that's not going to be a good thing either, because once they find out, once they do a callback and figure out that you're playing on some hacked hardware, you will be red lighted and permanently. So that's not a good option either. It's on that night. Yeah. Okay, so we got one up there. See, this is where I'm kind of half in on this shot because I don't think the 10.5 is going to be far enough. And the 8.5 was a bit long. So we'll back it up and we'll kind of try to dumb it down a little bit. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, I almost got that thing to go, too. I can't remember what I did. Oh! Yeah, I actually didn't even... I went with thought about bite there. Oh, medium on... You mean on the driver? Oh, good call. But I play it over the edge of that tree a lot. I've never hit it. But I'm still worried that I'm gonna. Jesus Christ, 158 and I hardly hit that. Oh, that would have made me pretty mad. This one, I'm not going to go up to that flat part in the rough. I'm going to try to go deep. Oh, yeah. This one, we're actually going to make it on the green this time. But how do I want to do it? We're going to just make sure we stick this. How about that? I whiffed the ball. Thank God. Woo! Yeah, that's a safer shot. The thumb 3 would just more felt like it was a good one, but that wind did not push me back right enough. Yeah, this one, we got an outwind, so typically you could still go to this little spot. I just didn't want to be in the rough was the reason why I didn't do that. Dude, fine. That was a lag. I'm not going to say I didn't just baby that thing up there. Especially because I was coming out of the rough. Yeah, that's what I did the first time. It's just where that pin was, Jerry. That rough patch was kind of... it was questionable because... It was questionable because of the pin being right by the tier. I could have gone fringe and gone over the top. Which then I'm kind of screwed. All right, we'll walk after those. I'll take it. We'll take the 30. We're good with that. Okay, so we'll go back to the regular event. I think I'll hold on to that for a little bit. Okay, so Paul. Okay, here's the problem, right? When we went through, every green with a tier on it now has a less friction on it. I said not to touch holes like that, and they didn't touch the one because the putting wasn't really an issue on that hole, but it's still a little bit higher. But if you go to the Dodge barn hole, the one that, 12 or something, that one also doesn't. But they lessen the friction on all of the tiered greens, and that's mainly so you would not get stuck on the bottom tier. We went through and we actually used GT Fan to find all the tiered holes, and we tested most of them, but that's why they changed the friction on that. I put word in to make the friction back normal on Hollywood 17, but they're all going to have more juice on them now because the friction's down on the greens. So it's not noticing it. It is absolutely true. You can get some ramps and shoot the whole green. Yeah, the one, remember back, I think it was Pine Meadows, or is it Pine or Mystic? The one that had the really huge tier on it, where if you ended up on the bottom tier and the pin was at the top, you literally had to putt it off the green and chip. Well, they did that to that hole right away after it. And that's what they did to all of them now. So you don't have that effect of being down at the bottom. Mystic, yep. But the holes with the little tiers, like 17 of Hollywood, the one on Dodge, those ones didn't need a lesser friction because you could putt up those pretty well. You were never getting stuck. The one that, my ilk on Jamaica 18, you can now putt Jamaica 18 like normal from the bottom tier. Yeah, you should test it. You should see it. You can putt from the bottom of the top and play maybe an extra degree break than you would, and it's fine. Or like Forest Knoll 17. Like, you could putt up those tiers before without a problem. But, hey, finding the fine line on what to do with that until putting gets totally reworked and we won't have that issue is going to be a little touch and go. I personally would rather have the control where I have to slow down my speed on the putt rather than not being able to putt up a tier. That's my personal opinion. Others might disagree, but I never think you shouldn't be able to get a putt up a tier. But we got that done. Let's play the Midwest Open a few times. Let's see how we're doing there. And then we'll go straight invites. God, I just banging buttons down. Cocaine and chilling with your friends. Doctor, you. Got it. I'm all out of sorts tonight, man. But Paul, you should. Basically, if you putt every putt on the tiered greens, it's just like the putting was before, if you think of it that way. Because putting will roughly drop your max speed about 10%, and it kind of felt like the lessened friction was basically giving you like a 10 to 20% boost. So you can get it real similar if you putt all of those. But I'm still not trusting myself with that quite yet because I don't know if they got them all perfect or if they missed a hole. So the biggest thing is I haven't gotten stuck at the bottom of a tier anymore, which is awesome. Yeah, and in case you guys didn't know that, when you putt the ball, you're basically knocking 10% of the putt speed off. So if you take the putter speed numbers that I haven't finished the whole chart because it was really a time consumer, but I'll put a link in here to the chat with the putting numbers that I've got for you here. You go all night. And this kind of will show you guys a little bit about what I'm talking about with putting. How it's not direct. The speed of the max speed you can hit the ball is directly linear to the distance of the putt away. So meaning if you're 150 away, your putter maxes out at 42 miles per hour. If you're 120 away, it maxes out at 35, let's say. But that doesn't tell us the whole story with it. The numbers that I've gotten here are the number that I created after that, and this putter power percentage that I came up with, that's incorporating the speed of the ball and how far past the hole it would get at a certain distance. And it goes up and down throughout the whole putting stroke. So throughout all distances of it. It's not set. It's not linear. So there are putts, like we'll see, you're 70 foot up 10 that you can't get to the hole. But you're 72 foot up 10, you can get past the hole by 3 feet. Doesn't make sense, except these numbers show you why. Now, I was hoping to be able to just chart it off and know and plug a formula into it. Dude, my math skills aren't quite that good anymore to be able to write a formula for that. Which is why I'm retaking some calculus for my first semester starting on Monday. $320. All night. My love. All right, there we go. Been with the woman now. Now, if you don't know this already, this ball carries a lot longer. Hey, Adam, how you doing, bud? The ball carries on this hole. I don't know why, but it definitely feels like it, or else it's an optical illusion how long it is. But the ball will fly a little on this, so you don't have to... Look at that. I just hit a baby soft 109 10.5 and almost flew the green. Yeah. Okay. Now, what we can hit a whole... Now, it changed my goddamn clubs. Or did it? Yeah. Adam, we're not keeping it. There's no way. Yeah, see, it went to my Hollywood bag now. The bags on PGA are changing willy-nilly however it wants. Before, if you went to a course that had a locked bag on it, then it didn't matter. You weren't changing it. But now, every time I start a new game after playing a course that has a different assigned bag, that now becomes my default bag. I don't know... Well, I mean, there's only really two things. We can't draft the end out of Alabama at number 1. That's just a waste. So either we're drafting one of the quarterbacks and trading Fields, or we're trading that pick. That's the only two reasonable outcomes. But now the funny thing is, I can honestly see us trading the pick to Houston, which would be hilarious. I think that would be hilarious. And Houston already fucked up firing Lovey. That pissed me off. Did anybody honestly think that TCU had any sort of a chance at this game? Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like Indy will go after Rodgers for some reason. I really think Indy's quarterback is Aaron Rodgers next year. They seem to like to go for the aging veterans instead of actually investing in their future. I could see Carr being in Houston. I could see Carr going to Houston. it's a Cinderella story, but this is the problem in college football to me. The talent level on the best teams in the country are so astronomically greater than than any other teams. Yeah, you'd think, but they're in a position. I still think that team is ready to win now. Like, I think that team's a ton better than what their record shows. And this one is for the champions. Yeah, down. Right when you say that, Jerry, that Indy's going to come in and with a hold my beer. They also get Ryan wasn't that bad. I don't understand what they were doing. It was like after they lost a few games right away, they were like, "Oh, we're going to tank," or something like that. I didn't understand. None of those other guys should even be. Nick Foles or Ellinger are not good enough to be in the NFL anymore. They look terrible out there. Foles, even when he had more than 2 seconds to throw. Jill and I were talking about that. I'd love to have him. I don't know. Most people in Chicago were pissed that we fired him. He is by far the best Bears coach of my lifetime. Hands down, it's not even close. Somebody's going to say, well, Ditka. No, Ditka was not a good coach. He squandered away the best team in the league, and we got 1 Super Bowl out of it, dude. Wow, that's a bad look. Guys, there's not much I'm going to be able to do here. So we're just going to hit a 9, an 8.5, try to bounce it up and leave it up high on the top. I'm going to cut it in pretty good just so I don't go in the water. Yeah, and they only got 1 Super Bowl. Marc, so clean. We'll take the birdie here. That's fine. Oh. I don't think I gave any nuggets whatsoever, Regan. Just remember it. I don't think, honestly, I think that they're I mean, yeah, that's what you guys should do, but I don't think he's done. I hate to say it, and I know this is going to be an over. If I'm in Vegas right now, I would go to find out what my odds are. What did anybody look up the odds for Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl right now? Because I think they're going to be there. I really do. And I don't think the NFL is rigged. I just think that team's got enough talent there that I think they were kind of playing like shit almost on purpose because they didn't care. I've heard that rumor too. I've also heard Rodgers to Vegas, and I don't see that happening. I hope to God not. I hate Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a problem to me. I don't. There's something about his attitude. I thought that when Tom Brady signed there, he wasn't going to be having his bullshit and would get him traded already. Now they ended up liking each other. That was interesting, but I don't. Evans just does some shit on the field that really bothers me. I mean, he had a couple of dirty plays. How about the dirty plays at the end of last night? Hopkins, I would like to see. I kind of think we drop down. We trade away. We drop down to 5 through 10, and then we take the best available wide receiver there. It's going to be wide receiver or offensive line. We've had very good luck with defensive players that don't necessarily have to be number ones. I'd love to see Boyd or Higgins. From what I was hearing, there was a lot of when Jamar Chase was out, coaches were saying that T. Higgins might be the hardest guy in the NFL for them to scheme for. All right, if you guys saw the shot that I played there, the baby cut, throw it way out, right? It's a similar, Steve Sobey had a name for it. He used to call it the arcade shot, but that had to do with having big winds, like you were turning into the wind to turn, pulling back straight, and then throwing it fully with the wind. But it kind of works without it, so you can kind of really control your spin on the ball. Now, all right, we're going to bank this one pretty hard off this wall. Oh, God, that would be... Yeah, Andrew, let's talk after this. I want to get 100 on that if you don't mind. But I just, yeah, I'll take 100 on 3,001 for 100? Fuck yeah. God, Dave Wanstead, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. But once again, a guy who squandered all sorts of talent. What, did I high tee this yet? No. I'm going to high tee roll this. I'm going to cut it back into the wall a little bit. No, came through with the yay. Are you playing, Jared, you're playing on a PGA now you got? It's not any, well, okay, so a couple things. Are you playing casual or are you swiping in? Because it could just, the new machine could be set on a different casual setting too. So there is a, are you playing, if you're playing like logged in games, okay, then that won't matter. For me, it's a better game. I think everything plays more correctly. Less little issues, whether... I don't know. Everybody I know who got a PGA, Andrew Russell, you just got a PGA as well. What are you thinking so far? Immensely, it's a much better machine, right? See, I'm supposed to have my 10.5 here, but... Oh. Well, I think it reads better. I think everything just plays correctly on it. I think that it's just... I mean, if you think about it, they went from a base 32-bit to a base 64-bit. Yeah, so... Agreed. Now, there were some things at first, like I stand off to the side, if you guys haven't noticed, when I'm playing. So I was having some spots, like, where I was just... If I go back to Legacy or I come here, the spot that I'm standing changes the angle of the approach of the ball. I totally disagree, Zach. PGA machine is immensely better. It looks better, plays better, no glitching whatsoever. I actually now find that the buttons are much better. I think the buttons are easier to manipulate. Okay, good. See, that's the same thing I'm getting there. Now, see, I have no problem... I mean, just look on the stream. I am getting a true 4K out to you guys now, so we're not seeing... It doesn't look nearly as pixelated. For you guys, it's not making that big of a look. Oh, you too, Zach. Ah, shit. I hit that way too hard. Oh, no, not too bad. Oh, yeah. I personally like the blue lights, too. They're kind of nice. 3-dot, blue dot. So cold, man, I think I need a flu shot. Hooking up the pork chop. Now, it took a little bit, and some things, too, like, okay, chipping and things like that. Yeah, Brandon, let's take a look. I'll get both of those in. Well, let's go. I'll stop playing the event right now. Let me see what we got available. I might have to accept some invites then. I've been trying to play a bit more invites. Yeah. It's definitely... So the character animations are a little different too. And it changed up like my chipping. Those of you who are judging your chipping by the pullback, no, the ball's the same. It's exactly the same. The difference that you're seeing is we believe that the pitch on it is slightly different. I believe it's a little bit more, or it might even be less. And then the positioning of the ball on the deck is a little different too. So it's changing up and making things feel a little different. All right, I have no Petras, and let's see what we got to accept here. I have no Petras and no Nihons. Let's see what we've got to accept here. Well, I've only got 5 to accept. Hopefully it's one of those. Randoms. Yeah, none of those. All right. If anybody wants to play an invite, shoot me an invite if anybody's out there wants to play one. I had a cycle with Haas. Yeah, well, yeah, it's just a different angle because the graphics are different. You'll get used to it. Those are the kind of things that we were expecting to see. See, I'm a field chipper, so I'm just looking at it and I go quick. Like if you're a click chipper, it takes a lot more to get used to it. So if anybody feels like sending a Petra and a Nihon, that would be great. We'll play something else while we're waiting. Okay, so I'm going to play this Eagle Crest 5-man. Look at this, right? That score was a 5 better. Par was 22 under on that. Maybe you could probably say it was a 23, but that was at least a 4 better. I mean, that's the craziness on some of these older courses, dude. Yeah, see, so I'm not thumbing at all. I don't thumb my chips. So this is me chipping. I think it might have been. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I was like, goddamn. But my chipping is like this. I just go in one motion. So I don't thumb putt. I don't thumb chip and I don't thumb putt. So you're not going to get any real useful tidbits out of me there. It might have been against you, Adam. I didn't even look. I didn't look who it was because I was like, holy shit, nobody's beating me on this. Okay, did I change balls? Because that thing went nowhere. I see, Jared. Quite a bit, but because that's me. I do this all the time. I like to reset it. Now it's worse if I play commercial now or legacy now. Oh, thanks, Adam. All right, we got a Nihon, so we'll get that for next game. It'll probably take an hour for it to show up, but... Oh, no, it's here now. Sweet. Oh, no, I've got to exit the app now. So, all right, so we'll have a Nihon. There's a couple of extra holes on this course that you may not even think are extras, and I'll try to show them if we get close to them, if we have a chance. And there's some stuff that we used to be able to do back when this was live that was able to make some holes drivable with the balls that we're using, the amount of bend that they had, and they banged. Yeah, see, I do that. What I'm finding is sometimes I'm getting the spin changed, but it will it will make me go into the options menu, and I keep feeling like something's wrong, but I think I'm hitting the options and the spin at the same time. Ah, there we go. I think we got them both. Yes, we did. We got them both. Guys, please, I don't care if you send it for glory or what have you. If you guys have a course you want to see on the stream, don't hesitate. Shoot an invite and say stream. Put something like stream on there. We can then tag it in there. We can tag it in there too. I appreciate it. Okay, so little tee boxes happen a lot more in the older courses. So moving the tee to adjust the spot and hit a straight shot won't happen all the time. Thanks, Straight. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. When you try to manipulate results, you end up having you end up getting screwed somewhere. So this one, if we have a tee box where we're positioned right up close, you can hit an A1 with a low tee driver, and actually you can put this on the green. It bounces off the cart path real well. I'm looking here. Let's try it. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to hit either the short bushes or the long ones. And I kind of screwed up here, but... Okay, that's only... It's happening on casual, Jared, right? So, they've been trying to fix that for a while. It's only happening in casual. But they're aware of it and working on trying to have a fix for it. Wow. Oh yeah, we're going to be trading that. If we don't, we're fucking up. But there's some talk going around too that we try to trade Fields and then just draft one of the quarterbacks. Then we reset the contract basically. I don't think either of those guys are as good as Fields. And I'm still not even sold on Fields yet though either, which is kind of weird. And we are historically bad. I think we hit on like 20% of our first round picks on average. So I don't want us to. That first round pick scares me. But stack it up with a bunch of seconds and thirds because we do well in later rounds. No, I only thumb. I don't thumb anything, but I only thumb shots like fairway and things. I don't chip with my thumbs. So like this, I'm thumbing. Oh, I agree. I agree too, but I don't know. More than serviceable, but people have anointed him the second coming. He doesn't know how to read a defense yet. He's using all of his athletic prowess, and that's it. I don't know yet, though. I see he still can't read a defense. It's partially due to the fact that we've had no offensive line for him. Very true. But he's a one read and then run. That's not technically what we need in a quarterback. He has a ton to learn. But right now his athleticism is kind of making him overlook some problems, and I hope that we have people that teach him well. Honestly, though, Evan, easy guy. But Purdy's doing fine. But I'll tell you what, I could be the quarterback of that Niners team and probably be successful. I tell you what Justin Fields is. He's Jalen Hurts last year. So if we see that kind of jump in his decision-making, his accuracy, and his weapons, I mean, that's it. Yeah, kind of, but not always, though. And it's been a problem that's plagued us for many years. If you guys remember, with Cutler, dude, there's no doubt when Cutler was on the Bears, he had the strongest arm in the NFL. Historically, Cutler had one of the strongest arms of all time. But the first year he came over to us, he was getting sacked like 5 times a game. And he never recovered from that. He lost all sense of his fundamentals. What the fuck just happened there? We have the most cap room of any team in the league. Did that ball just roll over? Did I miss that? Did my putt just... There's no way I missed a putt that little by that little. What happened there? Did that... I feel like I just got a goofy rollover. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck was that? Oh well. I haven't had that happen in a long time. Honor the vampire. I mean, there was no reason that... No, not at all. I'm pretty much. I'm kind of. I don't think I'm gonna drink. I don't think I'm really gonna drink much this year, right? Oh. No, keep going, man. Okay, so we're looking at the version that I have is the deluxe with the neon lights and the stand. I didn't need the stand, but would have been $7 or $69.99. The standard version I think is $5,300, and the $5,300 is all most people need. If you need to use the stand, though, you have to. If you ever are going to need the stand, you have to get the deluxe, unfortunately. I mean, I didn't even take my stand when I picked it up. I just left it at IT because there was no way I'm going to use it. And if I move back to Chicago, I might need it there. But, I mean, my TV's mounted in a concrete wall. I wasn't about to take it out just to have a stand. Yeah. The stand and the lighting. So then there's some other parts to it, too. To be honest with you, this deluxe isn't worth it. You can easily set up the lighting on the deluxe to be like the deluxe because it's technically not the cup holders that are lit up. It's using a light coming down from inside the deck. So, but it's got an extra couple power outlets in the inside of the deluxe too, because the wiring comes through the stand. There's another weird thing that I actually like better on the standard. The standard has ports on the back for your Ethernet and for your for the Ethernet and for things like the power cord and your HDMI cable. It's got a plate on the back with it. The deluxe doesn't have that because all of that's supposed to run through the piping of the stand. But otherwise, gameplay, they're exactly the same. Hardware, exactly the same. Same game. So if you're really trying to keep the cost down on it, then get the one without the stand. I mean, it's that simple. Okay. It's still got you still have a dongle on it. But yeah, I mean, it comes with the dongle on it. I think I got it. But there is it's not a Wi-Fi card in there. And part of the reason they did that, too, is because it being in the system, in the box where it's at, some people would have had so much interference at the location that they were at that you would need to move the Wi-Fi dongle out. So it's still a USB dongle. So online, it's $10 a month or $100 for the year. And the update is $400 a year generally. Now, I'm saying generally because there's going to be a change in how updates are done very soon. I don't know that nothing's been set in stone yet, but if you're reading the tea leaves like I am, it's going to go to a rolling model where you're going to pay your one monthly fee for updates and online play, and you'll get updates throughout the year, whether it's new tee boxes, new courses. With the PGA, they have a ton of these TPC courses that they can set up and send out at any time because their tool they can pull up and make a new course, and if you're connected and subscribed, then they'll be able to put an event out on a course. Like, let's say it's at TPC Sawgrass this week. Well, hey, we're going to send you out a patch that for the next 5 days, TPC Sawgrass is available for you. Things like that. Now, all of that is... Oh, get in. Oh, we're reading Zombie Apocalypse. So it's $400 a year. It might go to a subscription model. Like, let's say it's $40 a month for everything kind of thing. Or, won't change the price. Well, now the thing with the flat greens is this. It's just because they can't... The topography data that IT got for... Say, they got a bulk of topography data with the partnership with PGA. Basically, any course that says TPC on it. Yeah. So Quentin, but and actually this is something that Jim Z and I were talking about this like crazy. We need an update to putting needs to happen, but it needs to get totally reworked, and it isn't a plan in the works. They haven't started it at all yet. So I'm saying within probably the next 2 years, especially once Legacies falls off and you're not in prize play with them, I bet we see putting be totally revamped. And then they can use the topography data that they have from all of the GPS info that they were given from PGA and use it effectively. Because right now they couldn't, with the way that putting is set up and greens are made, they couldn't match it. And I don't remember who it was, but I kind of had an argument with somebody a while back, like, that everything isn't just planular, and it really is, actually. So they can't really make the match up. But yeah, it should be matched up in the future sometime. When, we don't know, but... Lord Louis V. Carpet. Cause I'm about to set trip vacation plans. Retire. Oh yeah, I thought that bounced wet. But trust me, they didn't want to make the greens flat. They just kind of had to after the fact. And I would want to think that they talked to PGA about it, kind of thing. We're going Saturday. Chad, I just asked Chad just now. He said he's picking me up at 6:30 Saturday morning. But very arduously. Very carry. God, I gotta say, they got me back on for school. I got back on like a Adderall prescription. Obviously, I'm ADHD fully. If you guys can't tell, but it's getting adjusted back to it, man. I haven't taken the stuff regularly since high school. It's a fucking wonder drug, to be quite frank with you. All right, let's see if we can get this on. Oh, that's sick. That is some fucking white chocolate right there, if I say so myself. You hit the smooth 158 driver. Rare. Ooh. Whoa, hillbillied that one a little bit. Say I keep it. Now, see, stuff like those on Legacy, I would have a hard time getting my straight pullback. But on PGA, I'm pretty darn straight on my pullbacks for chipping now. So I think this deck lines up for me a lot better than the old Legacies did. Even though I've played them for 20 years, 100,000 times. Oh, you know what I felt. All right, so whoever was asking about Petra, stop me when you're, or give it a little bit of time, because we do have about a 15-second delay between chat and what I see. So if you have a question on a hold, let me know ahead of time. In fact, let's see if this bad boy's running right now. Loving me too much. Maybe. Look by ya. Shit. I see everything that you guys are, but you can't see my lines or anything. Let me try something real quick here. Hang on a second. Okay, that's synced up. I think. Did that work? No. God damn it. I'd have to reboot everything. All right, so that's something I got to remember to do. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, I got to reboot. All right, so remind me, I'm going to have to restart the streams whenever I do that. Yeah, he does. I agree. I agree. He's okay, though. He's all right. Oh, shit. Got my hand warmer ready, too. This thing is great, too. If you're like me during the winter, I get these hands that just, I can't feel the ball very well. This little hand warmer guy, woo, lifesaver. All right, so we carry the 3 hybrid just for this. Now, when I'm teed off back a bit, if I hit this hard, even with the low tee, I'll still hit the top. So I always want to roll this shot no matter what. And then when I'm this far back, I'm going to cut it. I got to put a little cut on it. So release or roll will keep it the same height, but lower than backspin or bite, or even a standard tee. And then a little cut on something like that will keep it from going over the edge or hitting the top. All right, 5 wind. We're going to come back in a couple clicks, and we got to hit this with release. I don't play a 2-iron super spin whatsoever. I didn't need a super spin club at all. But, and I may have gone with the 2-iron super spin, but I just used my bag from Hollywood on here. So you don't need both of those. No, absolutely not. Just one. This the 2-iron should be lower than a 3 hybrid. And the 2-iron's 225. Oh wait, or am I backwards? You know what? Now, if I'm not playing stouts, I got a specialty ball I like, and that's arrows, and that's the one that gives you these huge boosted distance when you're off the tee box if you hit a straight line shot. That would be a specialty shot, a specialty set of clubs. Other than that, if Stouts went away, it would be 100% Titans on every course. Titan is the best ball they ever made. If you think about the balls and have them be like attribute points on all of the categories there, the total amount of attribute points on the Titans is higher than any other ball by a landslide. Other than if Titans were gone, I would probably play Barrage, because they're almost identical to Titans, except Barrage has a little bit less spin. Now, I don't know I haven't even looked at the different balls on PGA, because there was no sense in changing now and trying to change this year, because Stouts are still the half wind is still too valuable. Like, you're not losing enough distance with the Stouts. And in fact, if you're anything... Yes, we do. We love them, man. We love them. But if you're looking at a wind, once you get down at 4 miles per hour in your face, it outdrives every ball but streaks. And at 7 miles per hour in your face, it outdrives every ball. Obviously not what I call the specialty ball, because arrows I can outdrive anybody anytime with. I mean, pretty much at any given time. But the problem is, if you miss the 180, they're just straight stock. And that's the problem with them, too. Like, if I play on my home edition and I'm playing on my machine, arrows are... I mean, I'll get the boost 90% of the time. But if I'm playing on a machine that I'm unfamiliar with, I'll miss it a lot more. Like, I'll hit it a straight line 60% of the time. So, it's a risk then. And it's weird, because the holes that will give you the most problem with arrows are ones you're like, why is this hard? Yeah, it's because you can't hit it no pullback and not get the boost. And then at the club I want to hit, it's a straight line shot, and I'll get a boost on it, and I can't control it. Oh, that's a good look. This is a good look. I like this shot. We don't even need to do anything with this. Baby cut, throw it all the way left. Oh, come on. I need a little more cut. But, I mean, that's all we got is sticks and balls in this game, right? Yeah, Jared, there is literally, I mean, look, everybody thinks that stouts make the game too easy, and it will help a 23 out quite a bit. But somebody like myself with them, when we're very accurate, we can actually like kind of almost program the game for ourselves. And it makes it extremely crazy. All right, so this one here, the biggest trick I can give you is always pick your shot from looking at this angle, right? Now, for me, I would rather play the shot from this line and throw it around, like baby cut, throw it around. Because from this line, the optical illusion of the ball climbing, your meter climbing the wall will confuse a lot of people. So always pick your club that you're going to hit from this line so that you see where your marker is on the green, not here where it looks like I'm way over the green. So I look at it from here and decide, all right, I move the tee all the way to the left every time with this set of pins and tee boxes. Now, from here, can I baby cut it and get it around pretty easily? Yeah, I can. So now what do I want to hit? I would like to hit a 4-wood, but my 4-wood's gone on this bag. So I'm going to hit a 3. I'm going to backspin it. I'm going to play just enough cut to fight that. And then I'll hit it out smooth. Now, if that wind was, let's say the pin was way on the right, I may have just turned one extra turn, full A, a high 5, and then hit it solid, a little bit left, or maybe even straight, like a dead straight full shot. All right, we're going to try to get this. No, here. I don't know why I high-teed that. That was stupid. Yep. Yeah, it's just an optical illusion. Whenever you have big height changes, you can have it show, like this one here, right? This one's going to, well, it's not going to give me the marker out. But when the marker shows up to being into the low part, it looks all fucked up. Like your distance changed like crazy. So that optical illusion is why people are having problems on that hole more than anything. So like I said, look at it from when you're lining up right with the pin. That'll give you your distances a lot easier. That's the biggest trick I can give anybody on that hole. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna, till I can't no more. To the old town road. I was awful close straight. But the whole thing there is I think most likely I was gonna probably come up a couple clicks short unless I hit a perfect 1.858. And if I come up short there, I'm in trouble. Like I would have been stuck right against the wall. I thought about it, but it was close. It was still 435 with the pin at the front edge of where I was aiming. So with stouts, probably not. With any other ball, a wind ball, yeah, that was on all day. Oh yeah, but we were. I just look at where the pin is in the distance. That was still had to carry 435. That's a little bit tough on that. Jared, I'm going to Painter Gyms this weekend up in Wisconsin, and then I'm gonna have to be more local. So I'm going to St. Louis for certain, and then I'll be going to Wisconsin for certain as well. Risk to reward, cheese. Trust me, if I thought I was there. Oh, I'm playing stouts, Brandon. Absolutely stouts. There's really no other there's no reason to. You're never really worried about distance on these courses as much as you'd think you should. And losing half the wind is huge. All right, I'm going to try something that I don't do here. Okay, that was way too hot. Way too hot, but we're on the green. Fuck. Hi, Ben. I was trying to chip. I was watching fucking putts on a daily when we were at a tournament. He was chushing that with a 3-wood. But if I figured that out, that's actually going to be a pretty good shot to have. You cut through all the wind. All right, where's this pin, though? Where's the pin? Be on the right. I want it. Nope, not on the right. So we're crap shooting this. Sorry, there's not really... I don't have a trick on this, really. But I will say if the pin's on the back left, I'm hitting roll. And if it's on the right, I'm hitting backswing. I don't know why. It just feels right. Right foot. Hey! I got good luck on that. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. He is a unique player, but very inventive. All right, let's get that Nihon out the way. I've been killing Nihon lately. It's been feeling good. That's a weekend. Hang on, I'm gonna grab a water real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. No, that fridge is broke. I can't get it to work. Wait, didn't I pick it? I thought I picked. Badly, Neil, badly. I was first or second in almost every league I was in all year. The last 2 weeks of the year, drop out of the buys, and then lost like every first round of my playoffs. Now, a lot of people are chushing at this hole, right? This one, this setup, okay, it's short. You may think I could get a 50-yard chush. The problem is you can't chush that in because you got a lip in front of you and not enough green to work with. So for this one, I'm leaving it back for a thumb 9 or 8 or something like that, anywhere in that range. And then I kind of whiffed the ball, but it'll play. Right foot up. Yeah, once I get all the water that I filled it all the way up with water, and then it stopped working. There's a short somewhere in the compressor. So I gotta, if I tilt it, oh, well, possibly, but I'd still rather win the game in most of the time. And remember, if you make the chush, you're getting a stroke and shotties. So is that necessary to play? Yeah, it is. And that one I fucked it up. I went too close. Can you send me invites even? Oh, Haas all day. Haas all day, Jared. Luna's great. We're all great. But Haas is a half a stroke better than all of us. I was just telling, I played it. He ended up accepting a cycle of games that was out there with a big group, and I shot 3 better for the entire cycle and lost all 5 rounds. Now I lost all by points, but still, losing 5 rounds and shooting 3 better through 5 courses pissed me off. No, it's Monday, Neil. Monday I start, yes. This was me, you're messing with my... Yeah, I mean, it would be like now if you ask me who's more satisfying to beat than Haas and Stenmark, I'd still say Haas. But, I mean, it's those two. And then for me too, personally, yeah, I got a bunch of them, yep. For me too, beating anybody in Minnesota is a nice thing too. One because I hate them, and one because I hate one of them. The other ones is just satisfying. Like I now feel like every game I play Fox, I play incredibly well. But we'll go, one of us will win 2 games in a row, and then the other one will win 2 games in a row. But even so, like, even Stenmark, we've had some sick matches against each other. But I have bad luck that it's like he runs great against me while I run terribly bad. I mean, there's still one where it was Cape Haven. I was up by 2 going into 18. And Cape Haven 18 is it's a high green with a big upslope on it. And I somehow managed to clank the stick on the fly. The ball kicked all the way back. Oh, no, there is no hate whatsoever. I have every right to hate who I hate. Every right, Sim. He does. Yeah, he does. Well, yeah, but a lot of them have some unique shit, like we all do. We all have some bad habits. Not like Russ Green bad habits, but we do definitely have some. I mean, I'm all over the place when I play, but I end up in a position that's the same every time. All right, so this is a problem hole sometimes. I've just learned, play my cut, stick it in the middle. That one I can do it no pullback, though. That saves me some trouble. Well, you got to have I think it's important to have most shots in the game. And it doesn't have to be a thumber, but you got to have a power one. You got to have a touch shot. You got to have big ones that have no pullback shots are important. Like for this one here, I'm not pulling this back. But I thought I needed to hit it a little harder than when I hit my thumbs, and I did. I needed to hit that in the hundreds. But so, like, if I try to thumb over 100 straight, I spray. But if I do my push shot, it's just a smooth shot, and that's about 100. So, yeah, I mean, you incorporate everything. Wow, that was close to being bad. Superstars are feeling like a rock star. Now, Jared, just so you know, on Facebook you miss a lot of the chat, right? The bots that we use, Facebook doesn't allow them to post. So everyone on Twitch and YouTube are seeing your chat, but you're not seeing there. Yeah, exactly. It is, guys. I mean, it used to be an indictment for good players when they miss a cut. Now it's not that big of a deal because the purple's just as hard as the mains used to be. Now, some say, I think that people just have more avenues to get better at the game now. Where, like, when I was coming up, I either had to find somebody or had to figure it out my goddamn self. But now, like, everybody can easily pull up a stream. They can find somebody. I mean, you can find everything you need. I would like to think that's the Richard King word of mouth effect. Richard King really starting streaming off, and Skipper Ripper as well too, man. They got a whole bunch of stuff there. Yeah, so you'll see everything now, Jared. All right, now how aggressive do I want to get? I could probably just thumb that straight. In fact, let's do it. But that's the thing, too. I honestly think it's probably harder to win a purple bracket now. See, I really wish we would do, like, a 48-man main and give out 8 buys kind of thing. I think with the caliber of players that it can easily be accounted for now. Okay, I'm going to hit my other shot here. So, on this one, God, I wish my telestrator was working. Let me see if I can get it to work while we're in game. No. Hang on a second. The problem is if I stop this and reset it, it's going to fucking kill the stream, and I don't want to do that. I wish I could put it up. Okay, so you got to, when you get the chance. Oh, Justin's fantastic. So you could go deep to either sides of the deepest part are great. If you can't go deep, I'm going to the square, the straight square in between the right and the left that I'm going here, right? That short spot. I'm going to also show you another shot when I get a right to left win that you can do. If you can put this to the edge of the fairway, right? And as long as you're in the first cut, you can do this. That's pretty damn safe. The problem is, though, if you don't hit it solid enough and you don't hit the water on a fly, you will not skip and you will go wet. Yeah, and then it wouldn't slow anything down because then you just start both tournaments at 11 and you go through and each bracket has the same amount of people, right? And it's a possibility, but hey, I'm not going to knock how they're running it, guys. I mean, let's just look at the growth. I think the first PG tournament we ever had 60 people. Now there's 60 people there on a Wednesday. I'll tell you this much too, man. I've had to learn. I mean, it used to be I could go and just get bombed and barely not make it to the bar, like fall asleep in the parking lot for an hour and go in and make the cuts. Now, if you do that, you're done. No, I don't think Stouts is it at all, dude. Stouts has made it's maybe tightened up the field and a lot more consistency to it. But I just think that people have gotten a lot more resources behind GoldenTeeTV that you can actually see more shit. Let's try it one more time and see. Okay, you know what I'm going to try real quick? I'm going to try to reset this computer. I think I need to reset them both because at some point in time I disconnected the Thunderbolt cable. Yeah. All right, we're going to go from here. Half cut. Well, thanks, Straight. That was the goal. You know, at first we started off thinking like, oh, we're going to have it's going to be fun and shit like that. But what we found is that people were watching because they wanted to get better. How do you high side a left 10? It's so dependent on, but people think it's Stouts. It just changed the approach. Look, I think that Stouts have dropped the max number down, right? Look, I got a 51 and a 7 better with Titans, right? But I also would shoot 5 off par more often because a couple of holes I'd fuck up a few times. I mean, we rarely fuck up holes with Stouts, so the content's better. Yeah, oh yeah, we're getting. I really think PGA is going to be a huge boon once everything gets going, and now is the time for it, man. I can't wait for everybody to hear about Worlds. and see, because I think it might give us a chance to start. If what I'm thinking happens. Oh, we're going to play this because I'm going to show you guys the specialty shot at the end. Oh, yeah. I got it. Good. That's all I had to do is reboot this. All right, we got Telestrator now. But, okay, so this bag for this course. Look, I call the Zero Hybrid a specialty club. The only reason I have it in on this course is for one hole. It's there for one hole. Now, I'll use it every now and then on another one, but it's specifically for one hole, and I'll show you when we get there. Because it's a club that if I don't have it, I cannot get a shot on this one hole, but I can get it every time with that club. Now, I dropped my 4-iron in this bag for it. I'm not going to say anything, Andrew. But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure on that one. It's moved. Okay. Fine. That's all I wanted there. I wasn't getting cute. Yeah, in Iowa. Maybe Iowa East. Honestly, no, nothing's been... Well, I'm sure it's decided now. Nothing is set yet. Or nothing is set yet, and I can't say. Oh. Well, okay, so... Think about places that have more of a PGA presence. You got to think. You got to think of things like that too. I don't believe so. I don't think so. I think we will start seeing tournaments line up with PGA events in the future, but nothing's set in stone with that at all yet. Hi, Corjo. That was you. You didn't need to say it, man. Oh, yeah, but that doesn't need to happen yet, though. I mean, look, they don't need... I mean, PGA's happy with things the way they are. There's nothing wrong with the PGA courses. I would like them to be and play more. Somebody brought that up the other day, and I really didn't know an answer yet. Are PGA courses going to be involved with Worlds? And I'm not sure. That just makes no... That makes no sense, Andrew. It really doesn't. Well, Cog Hill is not on their list of courses. Straight Cog used to be my first round of golf every year. We used to play, me, my uncle, my dad, and my cousin used to play Cog Dubs every year. Like our first round every year, and get the shit beat out of us. I just feel like, well, the rest of the year's going to have to be better. Yeah, but that's, I mean, okay, so think of it this way. If it isn't in Vegas, and let's say it is somewhere near, closer to their offices, it makes a lot less expense to put on for that. Yeah, see, I grew up I lived in Naperville my whole life growing up, so, I mean, it's literally 2 towns over. I mean, one of my groomsmen and one of my good friends, John Tatura, runs a bar in Bolingbrook, and that's probably only 20 minutes away from Dubs. Oh, yeah, we can. Now that you got your shit running, we're going to have to get a little Richard King in here so we can get him to set it up, because I still have not allowed myself to learn everything perfectly. But yeah, obviously, Brad, I'd love that. I'd love to get some cycles going, some people. I tell you what, I am definitely going to do a little fundraiser for, not for a charity this time. The charity is going to be student mouth. Just so we can keep funding this, and I don't have to start canceling shows because I got to work somewhere or do something like that on the side. But I'm gonna do an ultimate cycle here. I was actually gonna do it this weekend, but then Painter Jim's thing, and I'm going to that. I didn't want to stream during the tournament, so probably the week after or 2 weeks after. And I'll want to pull some people in, maybe get Adam and Kevin on the line for one or two things. Damn it, threw it out too far. That shot is useful for this hole too. And we had a dead putter. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. You were friends with SIU? That's your buddy? Dude, they used to come out and hit... Oh, God. I didn't know you were friends with those guys because they used to come out and play with us at the cantina in Oswego. Oh, God, I wish you would have mentioned that before. Oh, we've had some fun nights. I never put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a... atmosphere. All right, we got no trees to worry about here, so we're gonna... Oh, that's one thing, too. Yeah. Bed. That's back when I was good friends with the owner of the cantina, and I'd be sleeping in that place half the nights after the tournament. Well, and the shocking upset, Georgia wins the national championship. What a shocking upset that was. My gosh. Okay, so this hole. And of course, they're going to give me a setup that might not be there, right? So what we're looking at here is... What the fuck? Why is that thing there? Okay, there we go. Come on. We're looking at this gap right here. Oh yeah, dude, that was regionals, man. So with the zero hybrid, I might be too far back. This might hit the branch. You generally need to be up close, but let's see if it'll work. We're gonna hit it with roll, so with release, so it stays lower. But it's a full. I know. Watch that again. You'll see the shot. Sorry, I didn't take off that little thing. There we go. And guys, it's a give me. It's basically on every time. When you have that, when it's the setup for it, that's a gimme. But you can't drive it with really any other shot. That is probably the only full I hit, like, consistently hit every time. Low T, zero hybrid stays under that, and it hits the hill in front of the green. Yeah, it's an A, and you got to play it a little bit. You got to play it a little directionally. You want to keep it by the first tree on the right, and you got to be careful because if you're teed up close, you'll hit the bench on a fly sometimes too. But yeah, that's the shot. Isn't that crazy? And it's so repeatable that you're not like adding the club and maybe getting it. If it's there, you're not messing that up. Oh, no. Whoo, lucky. I thought I cut that enough. But it is pretty much it's a full A. And then, I mean, you got to line it up and pick your line. Sometimes you got to push it a little bit right. Sometimes you got to push it a little bit left. With stouts, I've had it a few times where it went too clean through and I flew the green. That's the only thing I've had any issues with it. And then it used to be really useful on this hole, too, to have the O-bird, because you could bounce it short or hit it into the sand. Now, if you hit it in the sand, you're not getting on. And today, we're just going to go with this. But so I call the O Hybrid a specialty club, right? So that's kind of how I build my bags for courses. Are there any holes I need a specialty club? For instance, that hole, that shot. Rhineland on 18, I need to have the O Hybrid too. Or the 3 Hybrid I need in my bag for Hollywood or for Petra because of the holes there. Now, the 3 Hybrid isn't necessary on Hollywood, but it makes that hole 17 easier on a lot of setups. But for Petra, you need to have that low iron. So I call those specialty clubs for me. So that goes into my bag first on that course. Then I find my chipping club. My chipping club's going to be my 5 iron 99% of the times. That goes in my bag. Then a 10.5 driver goes in my bag on almost every course. And then I'll decide whether I want the 8.5 driver or the 9.5 driver, depending on holes through the course. So I've got 2 bags set up that are the same bag, except one has a 9.5 driver, one has an 8.5 driver. I then have a bag for winding, which is the same bag that I use for Rhineland because I put the 0 Hybrid in. And I believe I also use that on Pelican Grove. Yeah, it is Pelican I put it in on too. And then everything else is really almost the same bag for all the courses. Tropical, I use my 3 driver bag because, I mean, there's nothing I need a 4 iron for in that whole course. And having 3 drivers will really help on it. It allows you to make a couple of the drivable par 4s club-based rather than adjusting distance-based. Tim, personal preference. I don't like the hybrids, and the main reason why for me is when they first came out, you used to be able to chip a lot firmer than you did, but the speed that I was hitting my chips for my 5 iron when I went to the 5 hybrid, I was lipping out chip after chip after chip. So I just don't use it. So I chip with the 5 iron. If you adapt to it, then it plays just the same. But really, your chipping club is, I mean, everybody's going to have a 1 chipping club, whether it be, my low end is the 6 iron, then the 6 iron, 5 iron, 5 hybrid, 4 iron. Those would be what I call the 4 standard chipping clubs, and you're going to want one of those in your bag. I mean, really, that's it. So you can make it. You can do pretty much the same thing with all of them. For guys, oh yeah. Yeah, let's play Dubai once. Fun course. Let's go. Do so. All right, so 403. Got it. Almost drivable, right? It's real close. I mean, I could pull out arrows and be on the green on a fly. But instead, if you look, the green's flat. So all I'm trying to do here is get my driver into the rough in front of close to the water as I can, up at the shortest gap over the water. Come on, get in the rough, get up there. I gotta have a straight line. Okay, so look at this. 58 yards. I got plenty of green. Heartbeat. And then it's a chush. I know, it's fucking garbage, right? Shushing. Shushing is cheating. But it's not cheating and it's fine. It's just not even fair, right? Like, that's all you gotta do. And I'm going to tell you this flat out. I think chushing is terrible. I hate it. But you need to have it in your game. You need to have it in your bag. I mean, if you're going to be competitive at a very high level, that shush is a guaranteed shot that you need. Especially if you're using stouts, because you don't need to have the wind. You can shush with the wind up to like 10 miles per hour across. If I'm not playing stouts, the 10 mile per hour cross won't work. Hey, Mike. G-Wagon, 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 G-Wagon. Ah, I sprayed it. Fuck. Distance-wise wasn't great either. Yeah, but it's really, you're taking the limitations of the game and using the trackball to hit them. It kind of sucks. To me, it kind of sucks. But then again, too, I mean, no pullback shots. We probably shouldn't have no pullback shots. I would be okay with it. I would. I really would. I wouldn't mind it. But all it would do is make scores worse, and what's the point of making scores worse? If that's one of the things they finally realized. People like shooting good scores, so stop making course pars of courses like Eagles Crest B23. Ah, we're going over the top today. Now we got a wind out. We got 284. Now can I hit that 284? Yeah, we can get that 284. So once again, where the 5, my carry distance with the 5 on a max shot with a high T will land about 303, right? So I'd have to hit it softer than that. And when you're trying to hit the ball softer than your max, you have a varied range of outcomes that can happen. So we want to try to eliminate that and hit the club that we hit as hard as we can. This, if I hit as hard as I can, should be right on the pin. You are correct, sir. So now, that carried 286. That was dead on right. Now I got an easy putt. And it's a gimme because, I mean, pretty much once you get your swing down, unless you whiff the ball because you're drinking, you can hit it to the max speed anytime you want. It should be anytime you want. Once you get your swing down, hitting the max is not hard to do. It doesn't take that big of a pop. So you could repeat that. It's repeatable. And even missing your pullback it only knocks you down a couple of yards. It's not a dramatic knockdown unless you miss it really badly. And there's a couple of things that we don't always think about with Golden Tee, but we should. Your carry distance, much more important of a number than your total distance. Total distance changes more with trajectories, with surfaces, elevations, but your carry distance you need to know because that's typically you're trying to get it over an obstacle or get it barely past an obstacle. That's important to know. Important to know, figure out where a certain club, like figure out your distance and where your apex is, where you're going to clear obstacles, right? Because that's going to be an important one too. You got to get a feel for your optics of what things are going to clear at what heights or what clubs clear certain heights. I'm a real big stickler with the zoom on a machine. Like if somebody's got a screen that I'm zoomed in too far, or if it's zoomed out too far, that's fine because I can still see the edges. Because I use the edge of the TV as a guide marker for what's going to clear on a certain hole. And I think that needs to be set up right all the time. But figure out a way for yourself that you can figure out and judge all your clubs and get a good estimate on what's going to clear something, right? And then the other thing that people don't really notice is that medium T, that backspin goes higher. It goes the same height as bite, which backspin and bite go higher than no spin, which goes higher than roller release. And it matters. Going from a 4-iron to a 9. Okay, so right here, right now, somebody might be thinking, can I drive this today? What's my carry distance? There's not a chance. I don't have a club that will carry that far. So it's a straight layup. Makes it easy. Makes the game easy. Going from a 4-iron to a 9-wood. Yeah, well, that's obviously a whole big change of height. But really, I need to know, and then that's one of the other things, too. We did testing. I got numbers out there for you guys. If anybody wants it, I'll put it back out here. But I charted off all the numbers, and this is done on a PGA, so I didn't have every club bag available to do the charting of this. But let's give you guys a list of all of the carry distances, high, medium, and low tee. And it'll just be a little help for you. Now, mind you, this is going to be under optimum conditions, meaning that the ball was hit dead straight with a dead straight pullback with the max. So you'll have things that change based off of this. Like if you cut it a little bit, you're going to lose a little bit. So you'll have to put those into your plans and make sure that you're accounting for those changes. Now me, I can pretty much hit a straight 180 at any given time, so I'm going based off of exactly these distances. But it also then allows you to determine your risk to reward easier, right? Yeah, the 7, and that did, it does show it exactly, that the high and the low tee on your 7, 8, and 9 woods are the exact same distance. The medium tee has a 2-yard gap in each club. So is a 2-yard sacrifice of distance on your medium tee enough to sacrifice 30 feet of height? Absolutely not. If you do not have the 9 wood in your bag, you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself for no reason. If you have the 9 wood and the 7 wood, or an 8 wood and a 7 wood in your bag, that bag is wasting a club because they're too close to each other to ever have them both. And then for me, I don't even know all of my club's carry distances. Like, I couldn't tell you flat out what the 3 wood is by exact. I can't tell you flat out what the 4 wood is, but I know my 5 and I know my 10.5, and I know those are going to be equidistant in between based off the distance of the clubs, and I can figure it out from there. So it doesn't make me think about shit too long. I'm just going with an estimate. And then you're going to have to get your course knowledge down, because there are some holes that just fly in the face of what you think is true. Like the distance is a little bit off on a certain course on a certain hole, that it carries on this hole. We don't know why, but it's definitely a real thing. It's not something that we're just thinking. Whether it's optical illusion or anything like that, or there's a more elevation than what it looks like when you're looking at it, it's still there. So you just got to learn that. So that's your course knowledge stuff. Otherwise, you can put any course in front of you and we can figure them out pretty damn quick now. I mean, for instance, that was the first time I played TPC Deer Run. And, like, by just knowing my carry distances and things, I was able to plan out every shot. Now, obviously, those courses are a bit more open than what we're used to on Golden Tee, so it's not a real fair assessment. But I know Haas and I both, when we played 2023, we're easily shooting Golden Tee par within our second or third round. Is that an indictment of the courses? No, but we find everything right away now. Now, if anybody looked at those putting numbers, though, that's one that you just kind of got to know. Really, the first thing to know about putting is that pulling back on a putter can only lose distance. Yeah, the tiered green holes are different. And that is on purpose. They lessen the friction on the tiered green holes because of the ball getting stuck on a bottom tier and not being able to putt up. Now you won't get stuck on a bottom tier, but the negative is it goes up quite a bit. It means that some of these putts are going to come off a lot hotter than you thought. You can negate that by when you're on the flat parts and not dealing with the tier. If you just see putt and do your normal putt after that, it should be pretty similar to what the green felt like before. And when you're C putting or pulling directionally, you're losing about 10% of your max putt speed. It's not exact, but it is about 10%. I think by the numbers we calculated out, it's about 10%. So through the 45 degrees, every 4.5 degrees, you're losing 1% on how you pull it back offset. Right, because it's got less friction, so it's just putting through. But like I said, you can negate that and go back the way it was by just C putting, and you'll see it feels just like you were putting before. That was with this last patch that got put in. And it's actually a good thing, because people, I know, look, you get in a turbo putter missing one putt on a hole, that doesn't make people quit. When you end up at the bottom tier of a green and you can't putt to the top of it, that could piss somebody off enough to not want to play the game anymore. And then the other thing you want to get a feel for is your backspin. While there's a lot of other factors in it, your spin is directly relationship to how many miles per hour you've hit the ball. So the higher the mile of 142 degree straight shot will technically spin more than a ball that you hit at 88 with the same club. I don't have those down exactly yet. But you'll definitely just have to get a feel for it. Like when you hammer a ball, okay, this thing's going to snap pretty good. But when I flip it, a backspin shot might react like a bite would in that other scenario. That's a feel thing. I don't have data that give us an exact number on that yet, but it's going to, it's definitely a thing. It's not something I know isn't a thing. I gotcha. And that's the main reason why I haven't changed my putting style, because I have a feel for how a putt breaks now with my pullbacks, and I don't change how much I aim left or right on either side now. But if we look at, and here's why you can't get it right? If we look at this, look, the ball's not symmetrical. When you're going to the right, you're aiming away from the roller. So you're probably having to account for it more so that way. If I go to the right, I'm actually hitting more forward on it. So, you're going to have to play it in that regard. Whoa, oh, is my mouse battery dying? Yeah. Or did King just jump in here? No, mouse battery's dying. But you see that. The ball is set up that way. It's not symmetrical. In a perfect world, the rollers would be, the guide roller would be between A and C. You'd have one between 2 and 1, and one between 2 and 3. But it's not like that. It's not symmetrical, so there's going to be differences putting to different direction. Yeah, it can do that. You can pin it down, but still, when you're aiming to the right, you're aiming into the forward roller first. Like, that's where most of your force is going. When I'm aiming to the left, I'm aiming directly into that roller. So you're getting that read is probably more accurate than you're going to the right. I watered that. I fucked it up. I sprayed it. I wanted to push it right, and I pushed it straight. Oh, wow. I didn't think that. Oh, no wonder. Oh, I thought I was on the fucking island. That was. Normally the drop is on the steps on those pads. I thought that's where it was. That was stupid, Mark. Hi, Gravy. Gravy train. Gravy train. No, it's never coming into play. No, the event is the same event as it was before. We've already played it. I think it's the one that we called the scoreable one, but it's you'll see it. But I got one more game in us, so you guys got to pick one. You guys pick one, and then I'm calling it a night. Yeah, it's the same one that was 2 weeks ago. It's what I think. You guys tell me what we want to play. We haven't played Grizzly in a long time. Rocky Hollow we haven't played. I haven't played Safari. Not a lot. Southern. I would probably go with, if I was picking here, oh, we could do Pine Coast, too. That's a fun one. You guys tell me what you want to see. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. And I think I'll take that up and start sending them to him every week. I gave him the idea. Oh, come on, Ryan. Champ's a new course. Let's play something fun. Hi, buddy. I want to go with an older one. Rocky Hollow. He nailed it. Rocky Hollow it is. No, Richard, I'm not going to be random. Yeah, but no, we've played it ad nauseum. I played Eagle already. Oh, no. Oh, you mean Eagle Peak. Don't have it yet. Haven't seen it. All right, 510. I can't get it up for church, so I don't know why I wasted a tee. But, oh, it's a home edition. You don't waste tees here. Doesn't matter where you put it. For some reason on this hole, I always liked being in the rough on this side. Not this time. Fucking Richard wants a fucking random. Arrgh! Well, let's play some 2023. How about that? Let's switch out this hard. Oh, never mind. 343. What's my carry distance max for a 10.5? It's 351 or 2. I'm slightly downhill with the wind in the face. We'll negate the 2, so I've got a 350 carry distance here. But I'm slightly downhill, so it'll go a little further than that. So here, back it up, high tee bite, we'll hit it solid. And we're not going to be more than 20 feet away. I laid off of it, though. I don't know why, and my line wasn't good, but guess what? We're inside of 20. We took one of the variables out of the shot. That's simple. This one, downhill. Okay, it's downhill. We got a 2 wind, so it's going to play a little bit more. I'm going to low T release it. And then not hit it straight. I'm going to say I like 23 a lot more than 22. I'm not a big fan of 22, really. I kind of feel like there are a lot of hokey shots on it. I mean, I especially hate Petra. 18 pisses me off. I lost to Gossett on this hole in Chicago one year, and he in sudden death in the finals, and he holed it out on me. Son of Beach. Okay, 317. We got a 4 out. Is that getting there with the high tee? It's a little short of the hole, but I can land at 305, let's say, right? I did not play any Savannah tonight. Oh, I haven't played commercial in ages, dude. I got to get back out, though. I've been really trying to let my neck rest and recuperate. And I really just don't want to have to go play on a legacy machine, but... Okay, that thumb shot isn't getting there. We know this carries a little bit, so let's go low T. Suck back. Yeah, that 9 is a little longer. I should have hit that a little softer, maybe even thumbed it, but I think I will start playing commercial again tomorrow. I really don't like my location that I play at either. That's part of my problem. Now this one I want to pull back on and hit it because I want to make sure I get enough height with the 5. You could thumb a 4, but it's uphill, and I might clip the rock going by, so let's just make sure we get some height with the 5 wood. Okay. Now we can clear this rock a lot of the times, but that's awfully tough. So we're going to actually play a cut shot here. I don't like trying to clear the rock when we're on the lower plane that's even with the green. So I'll just play my 10.5, baby cut. Bite, let the bite spin, turn it on that green a bit. Yeah, that's where I put it on that one every time. There was another spot I used to go, but if you trickled a little too far, it was bad. Or if you left it a little short, it was bad. I hold out a lot more from there, but that's the spot I go to every time. There's not really much risk you can do. Oh my God, we got moisture. Oh my God, my humidifier's off. That's why, but we got plenty of moisture now. Now, every time I want to go here, just over the rock, onto the fairway, it will clear with, you don't want to go too far up, but I can hit a 9 wood over it from here with no problem. 6 wood over if I'm back a ways, or if you were playing a 7 wood even, they all clear this no problem. Thank you, sir. Now this whole, we've driven it before. I don't know how, but you could get some bounces before. Now it's not there though. So now I always am going to put it here. It's never going to change. No matter the wind, I'm always going to put it here. Yeah, this course, you're going to see it's a lot of putting balls into the same spot because you want to have the same approaches. Yeah, it is. They do a really unique handicap, Ben. The handicap is based off of it's based off of your 3 qualifier scores. If they only do 3, if they do 4 or 5, they're each one part, and your handicap coming in is one part. So, and then it's like the average of the 4 altogether. So if I go in with a 30 handicap and shoot 320s, my handicap's going to be, I'm going to have like a 22.5 handicap. If that makes sense. This is another one. You're always going to put the ball right here. Get it closer if you have a big wind in your face, but this is fine. You're always on from here. But and how people get stopped from tanking then too is there's a bunch of prize money in the qualifier as well. Now you may think this one like, oh, I want to go straight here. No, this is always going to be an A1-ish shot for me. So 5 wood. I'm in between clubs, so we're gonna go with the 4 here. Actually, I think I'm far enough back that it shouldn't be a problem. Ah, I hate this chip too. This is a chip I'll miss a lot. Oh God, I stuck to the deck. My hand stuck to the deck on the follow through. I knew I was missing that though. Oh well, 1 better to par again. We're back even. This one's going to be a personal choice where you want to put it. You just don't want to get stuck against a wall. So on this, I'm going to just knock it up as far as I can. It doesn't even matter if you're in the rough, in the rock, anything like that. We just can't be pressed up against one. Oh, it's going to be fun. It always is. Another one. You want to put it in the same place. You see that area here? Let's get the thing back up. This strip right. Let's see what we got. Let's go with an arrow. You see this strip? You see that? How you can follow that strip? Oh shit! It's not showing up again, is it? Oh no, it did. It did. I'm just looking at my screen. Or a better way to tell is from here. That area right there is lower, so we want to put it down to have that lane coming in. Pennsylvania, is that you, Ben Varnia? And if it was, you did. And look, I got a shot at here all day with this. And I should not have. Wow. I just lost this course now. That's terrible. You're on a different YouTube account tonight, Ben. You're than you were earlier. Interesting hole here, but we're going to go... Oh, come on. It was. Yeah, this ends up being a bad game. All right, if I get a choice, like on this, I got it around. Fine, I'll play a Savannah. Why? Is it going to give me all goofy boxes? I was actually going to go, actually. No, actually, I gotta go, man. Yeah, it's too late, man. I'm getting old. If you get the opportunity, you want to hit this with no tee, because then you can hit the spin in on it. But a lot of times you have to high tee something. Oh, okay. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. I'm glad we got to talk a bit tonight. I like when you get me going here. Plus, I get my Adderall thing going, so I'm really chatty and ready to play. But we got to get some sleep tonight. So we will see you guys Wednesday night, most likely at 8. But we will have a stream Wednesday as well. Friday, I'm going to probably lay off of it and then head over to the Painter Jim's tournament. So we won't see you again after that. But be sure to tune into the stream there, and we'll get some links up for that as well. Thank you guys, and have a very good evening.